Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Felicia. I like to do reviews on camping gear, and today I want to talk to you guys about this Pup Like Tent from DOD Outdoors. Usually comes in at $299. Today it is $149. It weighs 22 pounds, made of cotton polyester mix, and has about a 60 square foot footprint. This is a really cool little tent. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's get started. Okay, so you're going to want to be careful when opening this box. Obviously with sharp objects, you don't want to cut your tent. This is how it came to me. All right, that's it, folks. Make sure I can still see you. Perfect. Okay, so there's a little bit of extra room in this bag. I really like that. The bag itself comes, we'll say about 20 to 21 inches long, about 8 to 9 inches wide. So not super huge, not super heavy. Let's open this thing up. All right, you got a couple of clips right here holding the bag together. I really like that. When you open it up, you can tell there's extra space in there. That's going to be so nice if I decide to put it back in here, because it looks like you honestly don't even need to. It's rolled up pretty good. Got a nice flooring material. There's instructions in here. I guess if you scan the QR code, it'll give you instructions. It's their way of cutting down on paper use. But there's 2 straps here. They have quite a bit of extra length to them. So you guys know, you fold a tent up, it never goes back the way that it's supposed to, right? So nice they thought about that. Okay. The flooring material is just under the sleeping area, so that's nice because you kind of know where your footprint is already. It's got a little tarp here. We'll talk about that later. You've got stakes in here. You guys, these stakes, they're really nice. Really nice stakes and ropes in here. Like, look at these things. Those are so nice. I'm probably going to get me some more. I like the curve on them, especially in the Wyoming wind. When the wind gets to going, sometimes your ropes will slip off of some not nicer stakes. I think these will be really great. So I'm going to lay those stakes out over here. You've got 6 ropes, 4 long ones and 2 short ones. We'll talk about that here in a minute. And then you've got your poles in this here bag. You guys, these poles are actually pretty heavy duty poles. I really like these. They click together. They've got there's like a wire in here that holds them together. They click together. They've got I don't know if that's plastic or rubber bottom, and then obviously the stake top for putting through the tent. I'm going to show you real quick why I really like these tops. So they're ribbed. So in the wind, whatever, your tent's not going to come off near as easy. I really like that. So you've got 2 shorter poles and 2 longer poles. I'm going to lay all this stuff out real quick so I can show you. Okay, here is the tent laid out. A trick that I learned with laying this out is the back of the tent is going to have this little bungee right here in the middle to stake down. So that's always going to be the back of your tent. As I said before, we've got 4 poles, 2 long, 2 shorter, 4 long ropes, 2 short ropes, and 15 stakes and a little tarp. Now this little tarp, I'll show you on the tent that I've already set up. So I bought 2 of these to put together because apparently you can put them together and then you share a living space. I'm kind of excited about that. But before I set up the double tent with living space, I wanted to show you guys this little tarp. This is where your 2 shorter ropes come in. They stake this down. The tarp itself connects to your long poles. And then in the middle, there is some hook and latch right here. And it just attaches to that. So this is really nice. You can get a longer one to have a full closure if you want. I know that they sell that on their store. This is just to prevent extra sun, extra wind. I guess you can even have a fire under here and it will reflect fire. I think that's a great idea. This material isn't fireproof, so I'd be very careful, but I'd be willing to try it. I think it would be super handy. So that's what that little tarp is for. There are a few people online right now who have this set up and show you how, walk you through it. I really, really like this tent. There's so many different things. Please ignore my geese. They want to be involved too. But there's so many different things you can do with this tent. So you can roll these sides up if you want a little more airflow. But I think you could also take some cordage and stretch these sides out right here and stake them down so you create a little more space in your living area. There is this window right here opens to some no-seam mesh. You can stake the back side out to create a little more space in your sleeping area. There's another window to create some airflow with some no-seam mesh. You can unzip that, roll it up on the inside. Again, if I wanted some more space right there and right there, I would stretch those out, stake them down, create more living space in there. This tent is really awesome. You can stake it down with this bungee so your sides don't fly away, or roll it up. There's so many options for this tent. Let's go into the living / sleeping space. Again, you can roll the sides up, hook them right there. There is a pouch, so you can store some things. There's some airflow up top on both corners. You can open up the doors so you have some no-seam mesh, roll it like this one I have right there. You can, let's go inside real quick, show you these zippers are a really nice zipper, super high quality. If you want to leave this whole thing open and roll it up, you have that option also. There's another set right there. It does not come with Nerf guns and sticks included. The boys were in here playing zombies. When you step inside here, hopefully you guys can see, those airflow windows on the outside, you can close those and zip those up, roll them back if you want. Again, the two side windows, you can zip open so you have some more airflow. You can roll them up so they're out of the way. There's plenty of space in here. Let me get a good measurement. Okay guys, quick measurements in here. From side to side for your sleeping area, it's gonna be about 43 inches. From top to bottom, we're looking at, what are we looking at? We're looking about, 86. So 43 by 86. I could sleep in here with my son, easy peasy. 2 adults could do it. Don't know how comfortable it would be. Actually, probably pretty comfortable if it was just you guys in your bedding. Right here on this pull-out part, from here to the bottom, you're looking at about 19, 20 inches. Right here where I'm sitting straight up, we've got about 39 inches. And from the top to the entryway, you're looking at about 47 inches. So plenty of space in here for one person in their gear or 2 people sleeping. I mean, endless opportunities, you guys. This tent is really cool.
When setting up the pup tent, you really want to stake out the sleeping area first and then put your poles up. But since I already had the first one set up, I went ahead and attached the overhang to the first tent, and that really helped get this whole thing set up. So I attached the overhang, And then I went ahead and put my second smaller poles in and stretched them out. Unfortunately, the video did cut off a little short, but you get the idea. Attached the second one to the first one, stake it out, and then I went ahead and went around and staked in my sleeping area. That seemed to be the answer with putting two of these together.
So this is the finished product. Those are tactical chickens. Stay away from the tactical chickens. So this is 2 of the Pup Like Tents put together. As you can see, I stretched out the sides there to create a little more space on both sides. That does create a little bit of an opening here. If you want, you can put them back in, stake them down next to the pole there, and you have almost no space. I left one side open, kind of as a walk-through door. I rolled it up here. Let's go in here. You guys, this is awesome in here. That one's all rolled up. This is how this one came. Obviously, you got to zip it back up there. Plenty of little storage pockets on the sides. When you go into the tent, I think I forgot to show you, there's one storage pocket on each side there. So that's pretty nice. Put your phone, your wallet, whatever you need. I'm going to go ahead and get a measurement on the inside of this, as I'm fairly certain if you were camping with some friends, you could throw a couple of cots in here. I plan on maybe some gear, dogs, whatever. I'm going to get a measurement for you. Okay, let's get a measurement of the inside of this living space with 2 of these tents put together. Okay, we've got about, that's about 111 inches, so 9 foot 3 inches there. And from side to side, I'm just going to measure the front of this because I'm sure some of you guys want to keep this closed. So from side to side, we've got about, 84 inches, so about 7 foot. So you could absolutely put a couple of cots in here, this way, that way, and have plenty of living space for everybody. This is really cool, you guys. I love this tent. A couple things about the outside when these 2 are together. It does hang a little bit there in the center where they connect. I think if I were actually out camping, I would take another one of my long ropes and stretch that middle pole out this way, so that way it's even more sturdy. I think that would help. But also something really cool, if you're under a tree or something, there is a tab on the center there. You could take a line and stretch it up if you guys are really concerned, or even come inside here, maybe put a pole there. Oof, maybe not. I don't think I'd put a pole there. That would probably just come undone. Or maybe actually, you could take the 2 of these tabs, put them together, slip the pole up. That'd probably even be more sturdy. As you can see, it does dip a little bit toward the back, which I kind of like, because if it rains, all that water is going to run off the back end. Of course, I don't want it to go underneath my tent, so I might dig a trench, just a small trench to divert the water, but no big deal. This is waterproof. Something very important to do with your tent when you first get it. Set it up, get it wet with water, let those fibers expand, and then let the tent dry fully before putting it back together. And that's how you completely waterproof these tents. So that is very important. I'm a big advocate for testing your equipment before you go camping, kind of like I'm doing here, setting it up in my backyard. I know a lot of people who will get brand new tents, brand new equipment, and just take it out, put it to work. That's all fine and dandy, but did they waterproof it out there, you know, in the mountains and by the river, wherever they may be? You know, that's pretty important, because if I get rained on out there, I want to make sure that my tent is waterproof. So that's something we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead, spray it down, let it dry. I'm going to unravel everything, make sure the windows are closed, and then I'll fold it up and put it away and tell you exactly why, I'm hopeful, why I opted for these 2 tents. Not only for the cool factor of being able to put them together. I mean, how awesome is this? My kid gets a space, I get a space, we get to share a space. It's pretty cool. You guys, I am actually so impressed with the water shedding capabilities of this tent already without being seasoned. Like, check this out. Look at all that water running down. That's cool. That's really cool. I did get it completely wet. I made sure to get the little mini flies also. I just kind of hung them up and rinsed them off. I'm going to go inside and see what it looks like with the water. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I got everything staked down. Wow. It's actually nice and dry in here. There's a little bit of moisture on the ground here just because of the opening. I did go ahead and opt to put one of the longer poles from the second tent in the center. I just put it through these two because I really don't think this hook and latch is going to hold if it gets super windy or anything, which does leave, you know, an opening here. But, you know, it's only a problem if you've got a couple of cots out here. I guess you'll have to figure something out. Maybe you could put some rivets in here and just kind of sew these together through the rivets. You know, this is just for me and my kiddo and our living space. Or instead of putting the cots, you know, this way so they're not getting rained on, just set a cot right up there, right up against the other tent. You could still get 2 cots in here and they'd be pretty waterproof. So that's pretty awesome. Check on the inside here. There is no water. 1 Nerf dart. Gosh darn. They're going to need this for the zombie apocalypse. While the tent is drying, I just wanted to show you real quick what it looks like with a couple of chairs in here. So this is just 1/2 of the 2 of the tents put together. That's my avalanche chair. Still got plenty of room, and that's your just everyday run-of-the-mill. You can get it at the dollar store camping chairs. Still plenty of space in here, so you can kick back, relax, sit in the shade. Show you real quick. I forgot to measure how tall it was, but I'll do a comparison real quick for you. Okay, so I'm about 5'4", 5'5", and I can stand just at the middle of this with a couple inches above my head. So not so much a standing room completely tent, but still enough that if you needed to wake up in the morning, get dressed, you could come out here, crouch down, get dressed instead of sitting on the floor and putting your clothes on. So plenty of space. This is a great tent, you guys. I'm loving it so far. Okay, guys, so this right here is the whole reason I wanted to get 2 of the pup tents. My kiddo and I do a lot of camping. I've got a camping gear problem. I'm a geardo. I think that's what people are calling them. Anyway, I've got too much stuff, but there's always room for more, and that's why I got those things. So this is my canvas cutter bivvy. These are great little bivvies. They're awesome. I love this thing. I've got all of my bedding wrapped up in here. Real quick, I'll get a measurement for you. Cat not included. This is a tactical cat. You met the tactical chickens. You met the tactical geese. This is the tactical cat. Let me go grab my measuring tape and I'll get a measurement of what I got going on here. Okay, so with all my bedding in here, I don't remember if my pillow is in here or not. It's been a hot minute. If not, I'm going to put it in here. But with all of my bedding and my sleep pad, I'm at about 22 inches by 11 inches. Okay, so not bad. Not super heavy either. I do have a wool blanket in here. I don't backpack a whole lot, so I'm not even worried about weight. We're not talking weight, we're just talking size, because the way that I usually camp is throw a bunch of junk in my pickup or my horse trailer or whatever it may be, and we go camping. Sometimes I take this to my parents' house in case there's not enough beds. We love to sleep in these. These are really great. But what I'm hoping is that I could put all of my bedding from here into that, and it's not a whole lot bigger. You know, I'd be okay if it'd be here to here. You know, that's pretty manageable. I like to be able to grab all of my junk at once and go. I don't like grabbing bedding and tents and cots and everything individually. I like to grab all of it and go. So these are great. They're great for like 1-2 nights by yourself. But when you want a little extra living space, I would like to be able to throw all of my sleeping gear in there and then just go. So I'm going to open this up, show you what all I have in here. I'm going to transfer it all over into the pup tent, and we're going to see how it rolls up. If it rolls up about the same size or just slightly bigger, manageable bigger. And then I'll get more stuff for in here because this is a great option. I'm not getting rid of this thing. This thing is amazing. If you guys ever get an opportunity to own one of these, they're great. I haven't done a video on one yet. I've been meaning to, but I've kind of been on hiatus, whatever, from posting stuff for a while. So, ooh, I do have my pillow in here. I'm kind of bougie. I've got a whole pillow. It's not one of those blow up stuff sack pillows. It's a whole pillow because, you know, but if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. It's not a problem. I hope it's not a problem for many of you, but for me it is. I like my whole pillow. So this is just typical Walmart pillow. These are the poles that come with this system. This is a Whoopee sleeping bag. Oh my gosh. On Amazon, Whoopee sleeping bags. These things are awesome. They're amazing. I love them. This is my wool blanket. Also just got it on Amazon. This is an Arcticurus woolen goods. Absolutely amazing. I love this thing. It's great. I've got a climate sleep pad here. Just a typical climate. And then this is the sleep pad cover, just because I like to be able to take stuff out, wash it. It's called a V sheet, pretty awesome. So all of that is in this sleep system. I'm gonna take it all from here and I'm gonna put it into the pup tent. And when I roll it up, hopefully it rolls up just a hair bigger and manageable. And then I'll have another option with some living space. I got my bedding in the sleeping area. I'm already pretty excited about all the extra space that I'm going to be getting with this pup tent. Plenty of room to store some of my gear in here with me. My dog can sleep in here with me. Like I said, I could scooch this over. We could put 2 people in here, myself, my kid, if we had to. Pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down, roll it up, and see how big it is.
This tent is super easy to take down. I think in total it took me about 6 minutes. And most of that 6 minutes was just getting this part wrapped up, trying to figure out how I wanted everything to fit in there and fold up. It was still super, super simple. I was able to get all the flaps in there. I was able to get the extra mini tarp in there, the poles, the stakes, all of that stuff fit in here. And of course I rolled up the sides so that the bottom half protected the whole tent itself. And I just started tucking and rolling and tucking and rolling. It was super, super easy. The only thing that really sucked is the original straps didn't fit over this tent. And I actually forgot them over by the house. So I had to go get them, brought them back, found out they didn't fit, kind of stunk. So I had to go inside and get my other straps and make some. And this was me just trying to put it all together with the new strap, trying to get the right size, get it cut, get it together. And then I went inside and made the second strap. So everything fit together after that. It actually worked out pretty well.
All right, everybody, here we go. We have got it. So this is the canvas cutter bivvy. This is actually my son's. All of my stuff is in the pup tent. He's got the exact same things in his bivvy as I had in mine. So I'm the type of person, once I get something that I like, I also get it for my son because we usually camp together and it's nice to have the same stuff. I, of course, tag his with green tape because green's his favorite color. So this is his. This is the Pup Like with all of the bedding and the pillow in here. Again, don't know if his pillow's in there. I'm sure it is, but he has a smaller one. I love it. I think it's going to work great. As you saw from the footage, I couldn't get the original straps to fit around this, but lucky for me, I had some straps. I just had to make them. I'll probably get some more heavy duty buckles for this thing because I can't ratchet this down like I should be able to. I already had a buckle break. I had to replace it. And I know for a fact that I can get this packed down tighter. This was the first time doing it. Worked pretty well though. Like I am so happy with this. This is awesome. I imagine this would be great for people like me who just like to throw their gear in their pickup and go. Packers, if you're packing in on horses, mules, maybe goats, it's a little heavy. I did bring a scale because I know some of you guys are actually pretty curious about what I carry and how heavy it is. Again, this is not for backpackers, okay? It's not lightweight. That's not what this is for. This is for grab and go, have everything in one place. I am going to keep the bag. I'm not going to put it back in the bag, but this bag is so nice, you guys. I think, you know, I can put my hammer in here for pounding in steaks, just some extra gear. It straps down. I'll keep these with it. That's high quality stuff right there. So real quick, let's go to the measurements. I'm going to measure my son's. I know I already measured mine, but I'm going to go ahead and measure my son's for comparison. So lengthwise, his is about 22 inches. The Pup Like comes in at about 24, 25. Width is going to be, his canvas cutter bivvy is going to be about 13 inches. And this one here is, let's flip it on its side to be fair, is about 15 inches wide. So not a huge difference there as far as the size, definitely doable. But let's talk about the weight, because I know some of you guys do care. So the Pup Like tent with all of the same items inside of it, minus maybe his pillow, weighs about twice as much as the canvas cutter bivvy. So real quick, the bivvy itself comes in at 15 pounds and the Pup Like tent is coming in at a whopping 30. So not a big deal to me. If it is a big deal to you guys, there you have it. It's twice as much the weight for the living space. I imagine if you're packing on horses or mules, anything like that, you could still put one of these in each side of a mule and you would have your blankets, your pillows, and your living space all handy. Plus extra space for a couple people if you need it. So I think these are really cool. Grab and go, got everything. I'm really excited to use it. Can't wait to get it out and go camping in it. Haven't done that yet. There is a guy on YouTube right now. He had it set up in his backyard and it snowed on him. It did really well in the snow, it looked like. So I can't wait to get this out in some Wyoming wind. It seems pretty sturdy. We're going to hope. We're going to find out. And I will report back. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? As of right now, without camping in it? Yes. It's pretty well made, I believe. More to come. But there you have it. This is the Pup Like tent. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like what you see.